So, welcome to the Dope Girl with Purpose podcast. We're back for season 2, episode 1. I know I've been gone for a few months, so I'm happy to be back and kick off this month with a special episode that's dear to me, with it being October. So, I wanted to recognize Pregnancy and Baby Loss Awareness Month, with today being October 15th. So just want to bring some awareness and some light to this. It's a very dear story to me, something I don't really talk about much. So I wanted to kick off the season. Also, it would be my birthday month, so what better way to bring it in? And I do have my special guest, my special friend here, Brittany. So welcome,
Hey,
Brittany, to the Dope
everyone.
Girl with Purpose podcast. And before I start, every time I do my podcast, I always just start off with a little prayer just to kick it off. I want to bring God into everything. So, Father God, in your name, Jesus, we want to thank you, God, for this platform. Thank you, God, for giving me this vision. Ask you, God, to be with us in this episode, touch our conversation, be in this conversation wherever you want us to go with this. God, lead us in the right direction. Let us put you first in any and everything. Thank you, God, for us giving our testimony. And then my prayer is always, even if we can touch one person, then our purpose for you is done, God. We thank you, God, for this time. We thank you, God, for this environment to shoot this video and this episode. We thank you, God, and everything you do for us. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So, Brittany, this is my girl, Brittany. So, just to give a little background with Brittany. So, I first met you. We were work besties
Yes.
at Geico. So, that's how we came about, and we became close over the course of time, the course of years, and then learning about you and your family, which I love.
Yes.
You're a mother of nine.
Nine.
9 kids, y'all.
Nine kids.
And she looked good.
I look good.
So 9 kids. So I'm trying to struggle with just the one I got. So kudos. I always say, like, thank God for the people that got more than one kid, because I don't know if I can do any more. This toddler stage is a bit much.
Oh, my new toddlers.
Oh, yeah. They say
different.
these new toddlers
The
is
COVID
different.
babies.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
challenging. Different, for sure.
No, yeah.
My first 5, smooth sailing.
Mm-hmm.
These next few from 2019 up,
Mm-hmm.
they different.
Yeah. So
For
thank
sure.
God for you. Because
Yeah.
how many toddlers you have? Because don't you have them? They close in
Yeah.
age.
You want me to say the ages?
Yeah.
All right. So
you get to,
the baby is 11 months. She'll be 1 next month. We got a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, 12 and 13.
wow.
Yeah. But I was literally pregnant, I feel like 10 years straight. Like, I was pregnant, and then maybe the baby was born in the next year, but I was never not pregnant for long.
Yeah.
Since you met me.
I remember. Like every other year, I was like, again.
It was like
okay,
I had
girl.
the baby, and then if the shortest time of me not being pregnant was 2 months. He was 2 months, and I got pregnant, and then maybe the longest was probably Silene, so 3 years.
Wow. Well, thank
That
God
was
for
my
you and your
biggest
babies.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Thank
But
God.
you do a
That's
good job.
That's my purpose. I know that.
Oh yeah, you
To be
do
a mom.
good.
Yeah.
Like watching,
Part of
I
my
see the
purpose.
videos when you do the birthday events, everything. You
Yeah.
do good. So,
Thank you.
so,
I appreciate
I
that.
can't tell if you were struggling. I can't tell. Somebody you always in good spirits. You're always positive.
I
But I'm
pray,
sure behind
but
the
I have
scenes.
moments. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
we
pray
all
for
do.
sure.
Yeah,
Prayer, and I
every
have a
day.
lot of patience.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you got to. You
Yeah,
got no
yeah.
choice.
Yeah. I wanted 10. I always tell everybody that. Everybody who knows me know that I wanted 10 growing up. Like I always say, I'm having 10. I'm having 5 girls, 5 boys. I did not get 5 girls, 5 boys. I got 7 girls, 2 boys. But 10 was my personal goal. Like I did want 10. I wanted a big family for myself. Like, because I've always been a loner. So like I always wanted like a whole bunch of kids so I could do like the big family things.
That sense of belonging and family.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I get that. Yeah, but you still do good. You're an awesome mom, a dope mom.
You
Put
are
in the
as
dope
well,
girls.
but thank you.
So, like I said, I wanted to kick off this month. It was dear to me. It's just leading to it. I guess I'll tell the background. But with October being Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month, I wanted to make sure I'm saying it correctly. Just to acknowledge those, with October 15th is an annual day to bring awareness for families that experience loss through miscarriage, stillbirth, SIDS, ectopic pregnancy, and termination for medical reasons. It says the loss affects an estimated 1 in 4 families, with 10 to 20% of known pregnancies ending in miscarriage. And then, of course, unfortunately, the disparities exist with Black mothers being twice as likely to face baby loss more than white mothers. So I just wanted to shed light on it. I feel like I don't still, unless you're a part of that community, like even now with October, you hear about the other, I don't really, even on the calendar, I don't see things about like pregnancy awareness month, where they don't, like you may see a little snippet like on the news, but they don't really talk
Not
about it so unless you're part of the community or you got like a good support group. So I just wanted to shed light on it.
That's how I learned about the community.
Yeah.
When I had my first loss. So like, you want me to go into that, or was you gonna go?
No, you could jump right in. I was gonna say, I know. Well, my last episode actually, just leading to that, just want to get a background with introducing it, how we kind of connected with that too. My last one that I actually did here was the Mother's Day, and you were supposed to be on that episode, unfortunately. And then I think the first loss, I want to say, because you had
that was the second loss.
No, that's what I'm saying. So the first loss, going back to that, so we reconnected. Cause I know we had kind of lost touch for a while, and then I think when I had my baby, we talked.
We did.
And then I noticed, I was like, hey, I haven't seen her. Like, she haven't posted nothing. This was the first loss. So this is how we connected again. And then I reached out to you, and I was like, no, I think I seen something. Cause I was like, she haven't posted nothing. That's not like, I was like, let me just reach out. And you kept being heavy on my heart.
Yes.
But I kept putting it off, like, just mothering. I was like, okay, I'm gonna call her another time. And then every time it'd be late, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna call her the next day. And then it just kept getting. And then I think you finally posted something, I think on your TikTok, and you put like a reel or something that you had. I was like, oh my God, that's why she was heavy. So I called you immediately or reached out. I don't know if we talked. I can't remember.
You called me.
But and I called just to reach out. Just knowing what that's like. And I reached out to you, and then kind of when you told me what happened, I was like, I'm so sorry, and gave my condolences. And then one thing that stuck out when you were starting to say it, and I was like, yeah, you were so heavy on my heart, but I never called you.
And I
not knowing you was going through it. And when they say, when somebody's heavy in your heart, you can pray for them or call them, but I kept putting it off. So when I found out, I was like, that's why God kept placing me on my heart.
He did, because he know I needed my people in
and
that
then
moment.
when you said this, and when we talked, you were like, Jacqueline, I wish you would have called me. Because I didn't have that. So then that touched, it like triggered me, because it brought me back to mine. Because I remember what that's like. Like, even like you expect your close friends. It's always the least person you expect to that would reach out. Because you expect your community, like your intimate, whether it's your family, close friends. But it's something about that is just hard for people, especially if they haven't experienced it. And that's something I had to learn, because I got bitter. I was kind of writing people. I was like, dang, I'm there for everybody. Like,
you start that.
Nothing.
Oh, I definitely
But you in
that,
that grieving.
That's that grieving mode. Like, and it's stages to grieving. And I feel like once you get in that space, I call it the dark space. Not that you're like evil or mean or anything like that, but when you get in that space of feeling like you're alone and nobody's there for you, it's like it's a sad feeling. Like, you're already sad about it, and it's like, it's part of the grieving where you start to place blame and anger, I feel like, where it's like, okay, where's everybody when I need them? But in a lot of instances, I feel like, do we communicate that? Like, you know what, I'm not doing okay. Or when people ask you, are you okay? You be like, I'm fine. You know how we do. So it's like, I went through that space where I was like, okay, where is everybody? I will break my neck. I don't care what I'm going through. I will black all of my stuff out to be there for people, especially in a moment like that. But at the same time, I had to check myself. I had to go back. Like, okay, when everybody were like, how are you feeling? For the few people, not everybody, let me not say everybody, the people that I told, is like, when they checked on me, was I articulating that I wasn't in that good space? Or like, in the beginning, I know I was praying through it, because I didn't understand it. Like, I had 8 kids already with my first miscarriage. And I think I played the role of like, I'm okay. I pray. I feel like I got closure. But when I got alone, when everybody kind of like checked on me the first couple of days and kind of went silent, and I got this time to myself, and I'm thinking, and then I started working a job just so that I can keep myself busy. But when I'm alone, I'm constantly thinking about it. You having thoughts of like, what caused it? Is it my fault? All that stuff go through your head. And then when you don't have anyone, you do kind of get bitter. It's kind of like, where's everybody? And I know for me, I felt like, all right, I'm not in a space to reach out either. Like, I'm not in a space for this. Like, I kind of want to be left alone, but I don't. I need y'all to check on me.
Emotions,
I was all over the place. I was all over the place. I was emotionally like messed up. I was praying. But I feel like the more time I had alone, the more time the devil just had to play in my head, like with my thoughts about it. And I was in a dark space after that. For a minute.
Yeah, and that's what triggered me because I know what it's like being in that space. I was like, oh my God, I felt so bad. So, just as a advice to people, when they say like, if somebody heavy, please call them or just pray for them immediately. You just never know what it would do. So, and then fast forward, that was your first loss. And then we kind of touched, and I say, let me know if you need anything. And then fast forward a few months, or maybe I don't even know the time frame, but you can touch on that when you tell your background. But then like maybe a couple of months, I think fast forward when I did my Mommy's Day special, Heal Mommy, and I wanted you to be on that one. Be there. And then literally, I think when I gave you the confirmation to be on, and then you sent me a message like, Jacqueline, I'm so sorry, I can't. I'm actually going through a miscarriage. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, and the second one. Within 15 months.
So I immediately prayed like, oh my God, like, please let me know. And he felt so bad. Like, no, like, your health is more important.
Yeah. So, but I still feel bad because I was like ready for that. Yeah.
But look, I knew, like, I kind of had this in the works. I still wanted to talk about this eventually on my platform. So I was like, no, there'll be other topics. I already had this in mind. Because I was like, no, I'll have you on for something else later. It's okay. Yeah. So just giving that background, how we connected with that. So if you want to tell, like, how everything started with the first loss.
For sure. So my first loss was December 2023. It was the 20th of December, so 5 days before Christmas, but a few days after my mom's death anniversary. Yeah. So I think that's more so what helped put me into that space of, like, I'm in a dark space now. Like, because I want my mom here to help me through this. So, like, that miscarriage, oh, my gosh. Let me just say, had I ever had a miscarriage before I started having my children, I don't know if I would have had all my children because the fear behind that whole experience was devastating, brand new, okay? I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That definitely took me out for a minute because, like, I have 8 kids, and I started to think, well, what's wrong with my body? My body is not working right anymore. I can't do this anymore. I started having that doubt. Like, okay, I don't think I can do this. Dad was there for me, of course. He literally let me have my moment. Like, when I went to the hospital, like, I had to go. I miscarried at home. I started the process, I'll say. Yeah. So then I called I went to the hospital. They let me sit there for 5 hours.
They had you there for 5 hours?
5 hours. I told them, I was like, hey, I showed them a picture. I'm like, hey, I think I'm experiencing a miscarriage. I'm 8 weeks. Okay, somebody be right out with you. I sat there for 5 hours. So eventually I just went home. I was like, you know what, whatever is happening, is happening. I'm going to put this in God's hand, but I can't sit here any longer. So I go home, I call my doctor, and I let him know what was going on. And I went in, and I went in also devastated. Like, to hear him say, like, it's to be there just, I'll say the week before, I believe I was there the week before or a few days before. I can't remember exactly. From seeing a heartbeat to getting there and seeing no heartbeat and no baby. Like,
now, how far along were you for the
8
first
weeks.
one? Okay.
I was 8 weeks for both.
Wow.
My heart dropped. Like, to hear, and what I could see on the screen, like, it's nothing in there. Like, it's gone. But I just saw it. I believe it was 2 days before, actually. Yeah, it was. Like, it was 2 days before. It was 2 days before. And I was like, is this happening to me? Like, you know? So when I left, I, like, cried in the car. I cried in the car because I had just told my kids, right? Like,
that's the worst when you start.
And I normally don't tell, me and Dad don't tell nobody for a very long time, not even the kids. Like, you know, we just, like, you know, have our moments with it. So I had just told them, and then I had to come back and relay this message, like, it's no baby. Like, they were all excited and everything. So, like, I cried in the car so bad, and I just was praying. Like, I just started talking to God, like, God, whatever is in your will, like, whatever is in your plan for my life, I'm going to accept it for what it is. But I was really hurt, like, because I had just accepted it. Like, okay, you're pregnant again. You know, you're going to have number 9. And I lost that baby. Like I said, it was devastating, traumatic experience. I don't want to go into detail, but it's terrible. Like, I wouldn't have tried again. Like I said, if this was something that happened prior, but then I got pregnant again. But now I have all this fear, this trauma behind, okay, I had this experience. Is this going to happen again? Is my body able to carry this baby? Am I able to do this? So then what I do, I did kind of isolate, and I just kept it quiet. Like, I told Dad, but I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell the kids. I didn't tell anybody. Like, when I posted when I got farther along. When it, you know what I mean? Like, I was
this
like,
is for the second one.
for the first one.
Oh, okay.
because, you know, I had the miscarriage, but then I got pregnant and I had Zyler.
Oh, in
That's
between.
the baby.
Okay, that's
so that's why it's 15
okay.
months in between my losses. So it was 50. So it was like December 2023. Then I got pregnant in February, and then I had her in November, and then by next 2025 April. So she's born November 2024, and then April 2025 was the next miscarriage. So then I get this blessing. I get the rainbow after the storm, you know. The rainbow but baby. I still had to, like, I still was in my feelings. I'm not even going to lie about people who I felt like should have been there for me. Yeah. That wasn't fair, but I was in my feelings. You know, I had to get out of that space. But, yeah, I got pregnant. I kept it a secret because now at this point it's like, don't tell nobody. Yeah. You don't know what's going to happen.
Because you're nervous now.
Yeah, it's like, is we going all the way here or is we going to be stopped in the middle or in the beginning? Like I said, I was only 2 months. I was 8 weeks. Yeah. So I had the baby. I had her. It wasn't planned the second like I wasn't planning to have another baby right away. But when I found out, we was fine. I was, okay, I guess we is getting a 10. Like, so I was accepting of it. Like, okay, let me just get this lined up. Boom, boom, boom. I had a doctor's appointment on a Friday. I started miscarrying on a Wednesday. And because it was like, it started the exact same way.
I was just about to say, was it the same?
Oh, yeah. It was the exact same way. And I told him, like, I think it's happening again. You know what I mean? Like, and now this one was very devastating. This one was worse. It was worse than the first. This is the one where I had to have the emergency surgery. This is the one where I started losing too much blood. This is the one that could have took me out. Like, I mean, when they, you know how they, I don't want to go into detail, but, like, you know the process of that, like how much blood you can lose. Yeah. When I say it was full force, nonstop, we couldn't stop it. Like, I had to get in there, and they tilted me all the way back in the bed to keep it up until they can get me, like, get whatever they needed to get inside of me to do this emergency surgery.
Did you go to a different place? That was scary. Where they seen you?
Yeah, I didn't go back to that other place. I went somewhere else. I went where I had the baby at because after that experience, I'm not having a baby here. So I went to another place, and they did great. They saved my life, honestly. That was more traumatic and detrimental. But I just kept praying. Like, in this moment, this second time around, though, I knew how to handle that. Like, as far as, like, it's not like, oh, where's everybody right now? I just know it's me and God. You know, I think he took me also through that phase of life to put him first and know that it's really me and you. You know, you got them, and that's a bonus, but it's really me and you. Instead of you relying on them, you need to rely on me. You need to put me first. So in that experience, I learned that. So the second time around, it wasn't really like, I need people to be there for me. God is here for me, but my best friend was there. Like, she was there.
Okay, good. So you did at least have one.
Yes, she was there through the whole process too with that. Okay. So, like, yeah, but how I'm still smiling all these months later because, like, prayer. God got me through it. And just understanding that instead of feeling sad about, like, why did this happen to me? Why me? Why not me? Why did he choose you? Because I'm sitting here and I can be a testimony for another woman who, you know, I do have 8 kids, but I experienced 2 losses in 15 months. Like, a baby and 2 losses, you know? Right. So now with this experience, I'm able to just be like, you know what, God, would let your will be done. And now I look at it as protection. Like, what did you save me from? You know, but after that experience, I got my tubes taken out. I was like, you know what? Okay, God, me or death. Oh, you know what? Life or death. We gonna get these tubes taken out because I can't chance that again. Yeah. Like, I got to 9. You know,
and I remember you kept questioning that because at first I remember that was a question about you getting your tubes.
Yeah, you know, I was like, you know what? Yeah, they told me that plenty of times.
So
you're too young, but I really, honestly, I wasn't ready to get my tubes tied. I was shooting for 10. So for everybody who don't believe me, they be like, oh, you're going to have another one. No, them tubes is gone. I got a picture just so people knew, like, they're gone. But they're gone because of health reasons. Like, that's life or death. I have 9 kids to come home to. All my pregnancies were always, like, good pregnancies, you know, healthy. You know, I'd be kicking and moving, getting around, you know. It was like I did it with ease, but those experiences was, like, devastating, like I said, and traumatic. So this last time I was like, y'all can have them. They said, we don't tie them. We take them out. I said, take them out. I got kids to come home to. And that experience, though, like, that was scary, Jacqueline. That's my life.
And I like how you touched on that. You said it brought you closer, like, you got in that space, because that's why I want to kind of name it. When I told her, I was like, I don't know what the name of this episode. I was like, I kind of want to say, like, turning sorrow into sea, because that was the same for me. I feel like it put me on a deeper spiritual journey because I was relying. And I feel like that's a weakness with me being a people. Well, used to be a people pleaser, but always being there. Like, I'm the person I would jump on a plane for you. And I got in this bitter space where it's like I'm putting these, I guess, stipulations on people that,
because I mean, that's your character.
Yeah, right. And that's my weakness. You want people to
get
back like to you how you are.
I ain't gonna lie. I always get that back. No, you're not. I said, God, please bring like-minded people around me. You know, people that's like me.
Yeah, but then I'm thinking too, the people that I want, like some of my friends at that time in that circle, they never experienced it, so they can't relate.
They understand it.
So the most they can do, you know, the occasional check-in, like, how you doing? But I wanted more, like, you ain't pop up on me.
Yeah, that
like,
was me.
That type of, like, that's what I would have did. I would have popped up. I would have said stuff. I had all these stipulations, like, so that was my winner. But maybe that was a way for God to bring me closer to Him. Like, maybe I had to use this thing.
And just to
because
understand.
I've been trying to get you to come closer to me. So you're trying to use people to fill voice, so I need you to come to me, you know. So
and
that was
you
one thing.
can't put these expectations on people because you don't know their life, their traumas, what they know, where they taught that. Everybody is not like you, like me. Like that's what I had to understand. Like, okay, like people, I had to go back and apologize. Like I was mad.
Yeah,
I could tell you that I was mad at you because I expected you to be there, you know, like, and it's kind of like, well, when I checked on you, like, you know, I did, and
like
it's like you did, but it wasn't enough. Like, you know,
that's not what I needed. Not just the phone call. I needed you to go
please
the extra
pull up.
mile.
Please come. If you ain't heard from me, that means you need to pull up on me. That's what I tell people because you know how I am, Jacqueline. Like I'm very friendly, outgoing. Like I love my people. I'm gonna check in, and I have been like in that shut down space, but I was experiencing. Like, I already lost my mom, and you know, wait, let me back up. First of all, when I had my baby in November, I lost my dad 3 days later.
Yeah, so you've experienced.
Okay, so God be testing me, and I'm like, God, come on, like. I know you think I'm strong. Well, you know I'm strong. But He know that I'm going to rely on Him. Like, I go through stuff. And that's why I do not give anybody an okay to be mean for no reason. Because I always say I go through a lot of stuff that other people probably couldn't handle or put us. They be nasty or they find reasons to justify nastiness. And I'm not a nasty person. So it's like, if I can go through all of this, trust me. You could be nice, you know, and trust God and pray. Like, if anybody going to get you through it, it's going to be Him. And that's what I live by.
Now, going back to, so how did this kind of, you said, so I had the same situation with a friend, one of my closest friends. Like, I kind of was bitter towards her. So kind of like months later, after I'm kind of going through the healing phase, we kind of like, she's like, I just feel like things is different between us, which I respected. And I kind of told, like you said, you told your friend, and she was like, and I was like, honestly, like, I just felt a type of way. Like, you was one of my
you gotta be
friends,
honest.
And I was going through it, and she was like, honestly, I just didn't know what to say.
And that's what I think
that's
it
the main
is.
thing. Yeah,
They
like
don't
people
know what
walk
to
on
say.
eggshell because it is uncomfortable. It's awkward now. Like, do I say something to this person?
Yeah.
Like, are they open enough to receive
Yeah,
it?
'cause,
Should I bring it up?
not-
So people
everybody's
walking
not.
on eggshells. So I think that's what it was. I was offended. Like, but you my closest friend.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah, so she apologized. Like, I'm sorry. It's just I didn't know. Like, I never experienced it. I don't have. So it had to be that understanding. And that's what brought me to that as well. So I ended up, I don't know which sure. Like, so I had to get the DNC.
Oh, yeah, me too.
After mine. So, they offer resources at the hospital I went to. So I took advantage of the group because I felt like when I was in my lonely, I was like, I had nobody I could relate to. I had nobody in that space. So I was like, let me just try out the group counseling and go to it. So I attended that like for however many weeks it was. And like one of the things that a lot of people said was that they were offended. Like, they was in that lonely space, like their friends. But the one thing that the counselor said in that session, like, like you can't expect them to, it is uncomfortable for them. So like you said, putting those expectations. So that's what made me turn my, like, you know what, maybe I am being, because I was mad. Like, I even lost friends in that space.
I was hurt.
Some of my closest
sad.
Friends,
me too.
Talk like, at least you back. Like, only one of my friends that came back, who actually came to me like, something, it seemed weird between us. But the other ones that, like, I kind of,
they were still on business with, like, this like, connection is over.
Yeah. So that's kind of what happened. You were family I was hurtful. Bitter towards. Like, dang, nobody got nothing. Yeah. So, but going to that really helped as far as, reach out just to start with some type of healing process with that and be around people in that community. So that's what kind of
who you can relate to.
Yeah. So like hearing the other couples, and so just piggybacking on that, like how did it affect like your relationship with your partner or like your family?
I wanted to touch base on that.
Yeah. How did that?
For him, so like the first time in my moment when I was having it, he just let me have my moment. It was kind of like they were trying, like the whole house was just trying to be there for mom.
Okay.
And probably like a month or so later is when I found out like how that made him feel. It didn't affect us negatively. It kind of brought us closer together, but it also like at the same, I was like, I didn't even think, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't thinking about how it affected him. I think because I went through the physical part of it, which is not fair, but like I didn't think like, how is this affecting him? Because he kept going. He just, kept going, kept checking in. But then I found out that he was really like, he wanted that baby. Like he was like, no, that I just feel like God snatched that away from me personally. And it's like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even know, like, I don't even think I thought to be like, how are you? Because I was in that space, and it's kind of selfish, unintentionally.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
like,
you did. Yeah, it's
but
unintentional.
I was just like trying to get through the day. Like I lost my mom. I want my mom in this moment. I can't even call my mom. I can't even be like, hey, mom, could you come here with me? I can't even, So I think I did get a little hard on people. Like I had an expectation, like, and it was just my close people, which is not fair. But I was like, where they at? Why I feel like y'all left? But at the same time, it's like, what do the devil be doing? Like, or it's not even always the devil. Maybe God has isolated me.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. And what I learned in that moment is like, yeah, you got these expectations, and everything is not the devil. So it was like, I had to think about that too. Like, I think God put me in that space so I could rely only on him, so I could get in the deep with him, and let's get back connected, stay focused on me, and whatever I got to do to get your attention.
I love how you say that too. Like you put a flip, because how they say sometimes we get the devil too much credit.
Yeah, we do.
Sometimes
it's not even him. God be messing with you
like,
too.
He's trying to pull on you. Trying to pull you close. But I love how you touched on it. You said that y'all actually, it brought y'all closer. Sometimes, so in my situation, so mine was a long distance. You kind of knew a little bit about it. We talked about ourselves with that person. So it was a lot of already like drift and separation. So it was already like, I already felt like alone. In that, because I'm like, you're not even here 24/7 to help me heal,
get
with
through
this.
this.
And again, still putting that pressure, and then not realizing, I didn't realize either until afterwards, it was going through the group counseling. How they say, like, check on the male, because sometimes they are trying to be strong for you, but we put all this pressure, like, I'm the one, it's my body, I'm the one going
that's
through
what
it.
I think. That's where we go with it.
So
like,
not till after the fact, after we kind of came to some, like, started hearing her, like, so you don't think I feel no type of way? Because I was putting, like, because for us, it kind of, we were arguing, it was bad. So it didn't bring us closer.
So it was like
because
no.
I was so mad at him too with the distance and everything. So, but then like hearing his side, like, oh wow, you were hurt.
Yeah. I swear, I
like
was
we don't
like,
look at that part, or the male part. And then like say male, especially a black man, how they compose themselves, their emotions, how they know how to So he was keeping it bottled in, trying to be strong for me and trying to deal with my mixed
you already
spiraling
going crazy.
out of control. Like one day I'm having, I'm cussing him out like, you're not here. You're not here 24/7.
Oh my gosh, I think that's the hormonal part of that. Oh my gosh, like. You don't know if you're coming or going. Like, you might be a little crazy. Like, I might be a little crazy.
Still, like, the pregnancy hormones on. Well, you still...
Yeah, because you still go through it.
And then, like, you're grieving this whole time. And then trying to find yourself again.
That's what I had to
It's like you feel like you're not yourself.
I'm grieving a child that wasn't even fully developed yet. But I'm grieving that. That baby. It's still, like, a process. Like, people don't know. When you have a miscarriage... that thing still come out. You can see it. Yeah. So that was
like you said, it's traumatic.
Very.
That's something you said too. Like you like to keep yourself busy, and that's something I was doing. I'm just not learning now on my mental journey with we talked about on the way here, like counseling. Therapy and stuff. So I'm not getting to, because then I wasn't deep into. I just did like the little group session. Like okay, whatever, I guess and then they send you on your way to heal. I didn't ever do like one-on-one until since now I experience it with my baby. Now being a single mother and like the emotional and trying to keep myself intact. So now I'm learning more things about myself. But during that time, I remember I was supposed to go on a business trip that same weekend, and like now I'm learning the term she used, functional depression. That's me. That's me, like running around. Like even now I'm trying to like, 'cause now I'm trying to learn how to self-care, sit still.
You're trying to deal with it.
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna tell like, okay, let me just. I'm fine. I had the procedure. They said, you know, I can heal.
Yeah.
Couple of days. I'm about to just take this just so I can clear my thing. I'm clearing my hip. And I was like, are you crazy? Like, do you know what you just went through? But I'm not sitting in the moment. I'm like, no, I gotta
tell
go.
everybody that.
Like,
I'm
even
a
now,
functional depressed person.
I
Like,
want to go.
I'm not depressed right now, but I'm saying, like, in any type of depression or any space that I get in,
Yep.
I'm gonna keep busy.
Yeah.
Even just having a lot of kids. When my mom passed, they kept me busy. So it was like I didn't grieve my. I kept myself so busy that I didn't grieve my mom till 2023, and she passed in 2017. But in 2020, you know, I quit Geico in 2022, December, and I kept saying I need a mental break. I'm always working. I'm always going. But once I took that break and I was able to, and I got in counseling and I was able to start dealing with these emotions and the fact that I didn't grieve my mother. I cried every day that year. I feel like every day on and off. Because I was able to sit in it and be like, my mom is not coming back. And that's, everybody knows that was my best friend. And it's like, she's not coming back. And that was 2023. That was years. That's because I know that I keep myself busy. When I had my miscarriage in April 2025, what I do? Because I was still on that break of like being a stay-at-home mom. I got up, back to work. Like, I was like, I got to do this. I have to do this. But that's how I keep myself busy. But me and Dad just been really sitting and dealing with a lot of that. Like, I kind of went a little bit crazy. I feel like with that too happening all over again, them emotions and stuff. When we was able to sit and deal with that again too. And then with my dad passing at the same time, like it's never not like one thing. It'd be like boom, 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 you know? And even still just dealing with the fact that, okay, I got my tubes taken out, but did I really want to do that? I didn't. I wouldn't have. I did it because I have kids already at home you know, it's like my body is maybe my body is done, and I'm gonna just say we done. You know, because I have babies I gotta come home to. Like that one really almost took me out. So I was like, you know, I had to tell him like, I know I look like I'm okay around here. I ain't okay, and I had to relay that message to him like, I'm not okay. I look like it because I keep going and I'm always smiling and I pray and I trust God. But at the same time, like, I did not want to get my tubes taken out. I would have had that 10th. I would have had whatever God gave me, if I'm being honest. But because of health reasons, I was like, just take them. I got my pictures and I look at that and I'm like, and I still think about it like at 45, maybe I could have just did one more. Push out that 10th one. 45, I could have just, you know, but so it's a lot. It's a lot of emotions. And then I think I go through, like I said, a lot of stuff that's just like back to back. But I found, like, I figured that out a while ago that I'm a functional person in those moments. I get busy. Oh, you're not going to see me sit down. I don't care. I'm going to find something.
But that's what you got to do. That's
clean.
what I'm learning.
I'll keep cleaning. I'll clean. You know, I'm going to find something to do. Like you just said,
you have to sit and not like stay there, like getting into a whole, like, what was me? But just like sit. Like,
accept it.
Yeah. Like, okay, what is this I'm feeling?
Yes.
And then accept it. So that's what my homework now lately has been. Like, okay, just sit still.
Yeah. And I don't question, I don't question God. So, like, the first one, I was like, why is this happening? What's going on? Like, at first, but, like, I had to get back in the deep with God again to know, like, I'm not going to question God. Like, I feel like that's protection. And just accept that, like, this is what it is. You know, I had to get in that space.
So, going back to, like, the friends and everybody, how we say it's, like, those awkward moments, like, people don't know, you know, walking on extras, like, can I talk to her about it? So, what did you do, I guess, to kind of, how do you gauge or, like, welcome people? Like, do you initiate the conversation where you make people comfortable, like, I experienced a loss? Or do you kind of where you see, like, with me, I was kind of secretive with mine. So I can see how it kind of made it awkward. Like, well, I don't know if she comfortable with me bringing it up to her. Like, so did you initiate that conversation with people where you welcomed that so then they could kind of?
Oh, yeah, I did. The first one, I literally, like I said, I told my people. And I probably was 3 people, 3 or 4 people. I told them, like, when I left, like, and I got home, I was just like, I told, like, the 3, like, I had a miscarriage, like, and I'm dealing with that. They were supportive. They tried to call me, but I didn't want to. The day they tried to call, I did not. All of them tried to call that day, and I didn't want to talk that day. I was crying.
That's a lot to do.
I didn't pick up the phone, but I was like, I'm not gonna pick up, y'all. I just can't talk right now. Like, I was crying and stuff. But I did, like, let them know, Cause them was my people. Like them the ones them expectations. Like I expect you to be there. I know you're gonna be there. Like in my head, I know you're gonna be there for me. You gonna check on me. You know the things to do. Just like I would do for you. I did it. I did give them that. I felt like they did it to the best of their ability, or to the best of how I made them feel. If I make you feel like I'm okay, you're gonna think that I'm okay. Right. You know.
And I think that was what mine was. Like when she walked around like smiling and like I guess she healing good, or she handling it well. Yes. And I hate that's the misconception people get from me, because like I said, we smile through it, or like but behind the scenes I'm crying at night.
Yes, you get by yourself and you just like
I need you to see through. Like I'm not. I wasn't open. Like I don't think I was opening that avenue for people.
Not the first time either.
So yeah,
I didn't come back and be like I wasn't okay until we having this. Well, why haven't you talked to me in this amount of time? When I say I did get into that space of like, I won't say bitterness. I was hurt, but it may be bitterness too, because I was hurt, and I was like, well, I'm not. It is bitterness. Because I was like, I'm not gonna reach out first. Everybody know what I got going on.
That's me too. Like,
why I'm not in a space to reach out. I don't want to. I want y'all to be here for me this time. Like. So I did. I felt, but I had to check myself, like I said, and I had to go back on that and be like, you could have handled that a better way. Had I been able to say, hey, I'm going through this. Why? Because the crazy thing about me is I will articulate and communicate them feelings on everything. But in that was different for me. Yeah. And I got into a space like where it was like, no, reach out to me. Like that's wrong. But like we should be communicating how we truly feel.
But not like
and that's not fair.
Like I'm always the one like never going through nothing. There for everybody. Like this the one time I need y'all to go out y'all way.
To reach out to me. And it's wrong, but I do feel like it's wrong to feel like that, but I do give myself that okay to feel like that because I know the kind of person that I am. So, and you know that if you're close to me, you know that I'm going to do that for you. So I do have an expectation for you if I'm that for you. And I should be okay to have that. I'm not going to say in its entirety, like you should be like me, but like at some point, y'all should have been like,
or something like
where is Brittany? Like, and why ain't she calling me? Why? Because I don't go. My people know we gonna talk. We talk all the time, every day, all day. So if I'm not talking and I really shut down from everybody, it wasn't no one person. It was everybody. And when they finally did reach out, I let them back in. You know, but we had to have that conversation. Like this is where my headspace was. Going through that, I was in this type of space. I had an expectation, like and we got through it.
So that's good. You was open. I think mine too. Cause my conversation I always fall back on. Mine's always shame and guilt because I had that traditional how I was brought up, like with the traditional church upbringing. So then mine I had a whole bunch of mix. Like it was the shame and guilt behind it. Like with the relationship I was in at the time, and it was kind of like on a ups and downs. It wasn't the best, so I think that was a lot too with just keeping quiet, because then I felt like it didn't matter.
Okay, you saying shaming like the experience,
like not doing it the way.
But the way that because I was raised in the church too, and they have that. Oh, you should be married first. Like I agree with that. Now that's a whole nother conversation. I do agree with that.
We had them type of conversations.
We coming next with that because that's important. But me too. I grew up that way, where it's like a certain way that you're supposed to do it, and that the right way. I'm going to take these quotation marks down because you know what? It is the right way because that's the way God say do it. But like having that, like, you know how many times I sit and I be like, you had 9 kids out of wedlock because we not married. And it's like 9 kids out of wedlock. Y'all could do better. Y'all should have been, but I feel like God let everything happen at the right time, and also like I had to go through the therapy and counseling to just to figure out myself and deal with my own stuff, like deal with my mom, like the loss of my mother, my relationship with my father growing up, and then losing my father. Like counseling really helped me open up. Like when I went to counseling, I went to my counselor. Like, look, I know what's wrong with me, but that's because God dealt with me a year before. He was like, okay, now go to counseling. So when you started counseling after you experienced the miscarriage? No, before.
Oh, okay.
I started counseling in 2022.
Oh, okay.
So I was in counseling when I experienced
But
all
so
of
it's a
that.
process, like you said. I think
Oh,
God
yeah.
does these things. I hate the cliches of everything
Girl,
happens for a
I
reason.
cut the
but
counselor off too.
to think about these things didn't happen, would you have ever seek counseling? I feel like the
Oh,
same
definitely.
my situation with my journey with being a single mom. Like
I
that's
cut
what
the
pushed
counselor
me. I kept
off
putting it
the
off.
first time.
Yeah. I had the same.
I was like, look, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk. I just want to. I want to think. I want to sit and I want to think about this. Like, kind of wanted to be busy, but at the same time, I wanted to think about it. Like, I was like, I got to deal with this. So, like, I remember her reaching out to me, like, hey, and I was like, okay, let me schedule. You know, I went like totally cut y'all off for a second. You know. But I still felt like reach out. Like, that's why I feel like it's wrong. The feelings, like, it was like, I kind of did want to be like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what? I probably didn't want to talk to her, but I wanted to talk to them. That's what I think it was. Because I didn't reach out to her for a minute.
You wanted that an intimate circle of people that you feel like that know you. Yeah. Sounds like that unbiased opinion.
Yeah.
You need that.
You need it. You need it. And she was there for me. Yeah. And the whole time I didn't know she was pregnant, and she was due that May.
Wow.
Yeah, and then when she had her baby, I was finding out what I was having.
Wow. Yeah,
so and she never brought up the fact that she was pregnant, but I wouldn't have felt no way about it. Like I was still happy for whoever was pregnant.
Right, yeah.
I was just trying to figure out what was going on in my body. You know, what did I do wrong? Any and everything crossed my mind.
And that's the next thing too with experiencing miscarriage. That's another thing. It's like kind of discouraging because that was the first once a doctor came in with my experience, and then like that's the first thing, like, oh my God, what could I have done different?
Yeah.
Did I do something wrong? Did I not take it? And I remember at that time I was handling a whole bunch of mixed emotions, even with Karen at the time, because I hadn't told anybody because we were figuring things out too.
Right.
So when it happened, like, could I have done something different? And you know, I hate when they don't know. Like they say, it could be a number. It could have been stress.
It could be anything.
Like something
just a
going
baby
on
with a lack of
health.
chromosomes.
And then, you know, it took me to like all these a million thoughts started coming, like, you know, that part of guilt, like I did something wrong. I should have took care of my body. Maybe I should, because I didn't go immediately go.
It could have just been the egg.
Yeah, like it's just
you know,
a number
or the sperm.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't, like, we go through those emotions, like what those thoughts. What is it? Me? Was it something that I did? But in actuality, it's not. It was gonna happen like that. And once they explained that to me, because I was sure, even when they said it though, I still went and was like, "What could you have done?" Yeah. After having 8 kids and experiencing that was different. That was new. So I felt like it's part of my journey and my testimony, because, you know, I've always spoken about, like, I'm going to start a woman empowerment group.
Oh, yeah, that could be
I got it. I had
push.
to experience that in a way for women to take me serious. So you got 8 kids. What would you know? If a woman coming to you about a loss. So now I can empower women in every aspect. Like, I've experienced that too. Like, see, I'm here with y'all. Like, I know what that feels like. Yeah. And I think that experience, like, it was detrimental and traumatic, and it was hurtful and everything and all of that. But at the end of the day, I know that I can have a conversation with a woman and still encourage her. Like, for my sake, no, I'm done. I got 9, but for your sake, don't stop. Like, try, you know. Pray and try, because it happens, but that doesn't mean it's over. Because I got the rainbow after the storm, after the first one.
It kind of goes back to when you say, why not me?
Right, why not you?
Yeah, why not you? I need you to.
Yeah, he using us all here. We just the body. You know, I'm a body that he gonna use. That's why I say whatever I go through, I think it's just an experience that I go through to help other people. And honestly, the way that I handle things, and people always asking, how do you? I pray. Yeah, we here. We like this. You know, I'm gonna consult God before I consult anybody else, and that's what I had
and it's
to
okay
realize.
To be mad at him too.
Yeah, you can question him. You can. Yeah, I got mad at him too. I was like, all right, now, God, you know, like, come on. We got to have a conversation, like, you know, but he's there and he listens and he gonna answer you. He got us, and that's what everybody needs to understand. Like, consult him first.
Like I said, you can't go to the people. First. I know you want your friends, but go to him.
Yeah, you love them, but you go to him first, because he got your best interest at heart, for real. Like, all the way, your whole entire being of your life is in his hands, and he got you. So I love that.
And I kind of closely, like, wrapping up. So do you do anything to honor your losses? Like, do you have like a like those days, or do you kind of like it's nothing you do to like remember?
No, see, we gonna you know how I am, so we about to start doing stuff. Like the first time, I celebrated her the day that I was supposed her. Oh, wait, pause. I didn't know what it was. Maybe her, maybe him, but on my due date, which was July 29th.
Okay.
And then the one that happened this year, I don't know anything. Like the appointment was that Friday. I was supposed to find out what my due date was, all of that. I'm still going to celebrate that baby's life, yes, but starting next year.
Oh, okay.
Like,
because yours is still basically fresh.
It's fresh. Yeah. It's still fresh.
Yeah. Because mine, I felt like I kind of lost it. I was one of those, like, secretly just kind of shoved it under, like, bottom of my feelings. And so, like, I think now I'm starting to
open up.
Because now I'm going to doing this mental health journey and it's opening up these to face it. Yes. But the first year I did, because like, I took advantage of all the research. I did do that because I was starting to get worried with, with being in that lonely state. And I was like, okay, I need like some type of community. So when I did the group counseling, and then they were telling us about little events and stuff. So I did like the walks, like to be around that group of people. I think too right after, I know at the hospital where I had mine, they had somewhere they have ceremonies for people that lost. Like I think they do it monthly. Yeah. So that's nice. I did go to like I guess like a memorial service type thing. So I did that, and then my mom and sister did accompany me with that. So like little things like, but I don't do anything like.
Call me next time.
Yeah, I will.
That's type of stuff I want to be involved in. Like,
but like now revisit, like I haven't done anything since that first year. It's kind of like okay,
we got to make it a habit.
But now I do remember that month. So I think about the month of when mine happened like in February. So every time February come, it's like that, and then I count the years. And I'm like, oh.
How old you?
Yeah. So it would be. That's like, oh, wow, I would have had 4-year-old or something like that. Like I be thinking of it like that. And like me and the person who I was dealing with at the time, we had already had like a little nickname. Or something I would say like boo boo stink stink or something like that. Like so like little sentimental stuff like that. But like since then, like I kind of just closed it, like and then revisit it.
We
like kind of go back to I didn't sit with it. Like, like after some months, I was like, okay, I think I'm good now.
We can start
like,
something.
Still in the back of your
Yeah, because like I'm not gonna. That's not my baby still. You know.
Yeah, okay, it was still some type of connection. Like for me too, going to group counseling, just kind of going back. So even then, I felt uncomfortable, and then like that was something I had to come to terms with because I'm in a group with people who had like stillbirths, like who went to full term. Like it's a whole like different people with miscarriages,
with different types.
So then I'm like, here I am. I was like, like you said, I didn't get to a due date. I didn't even get to probably like to feel the baby yet or see what I was having or anything. So like I started feeling like maybe I shouldn't be here. Like these women really,
it's the same.
I didn't even get that attachment yet. So then I started feeling like that again. Like maybe I don't belong here. But then talking to the counselor on the side, it's like no, any loss is a loss.
It's a loss.
Like, it's big. You don't compare. Yeah. But that's like hearing their story. And I'm like, oh
but
my
just
God.
I get it, the stillborn because that's a full grown baby that you birthed.
Think about that. Like people going full term. So. Going through that, so that was
even says like that's different. That's a loss though. Yeah, like all of it is a loss.
Yeah, so
you belong in a room. Don't
so
overthink.
now like the maturity now we're going through my mental health journey. It took some years. Like now
mental health
revisiting these things. Cause like I said, like this is my first time even talking about it openly.
Yeah,
like this because I kind of swept it.
Yeah, me too.
Under
because everybody.
So it's like my immediate circle of people.
Right. But exactly.
Yeah, like talking about it openly to people I don't. I wrote being in circles of people and talking about it. So
I wrote that post that day. That was me opening up just because I don't open up either like that about my personal business. But it was on my heart that somebody else needed to hear this.
You never know. Like I said, my prayers always, even if it's just that one person, you never know who will come across it or even with this. Like,
because even after that loss, like I still got blessed with another baby after. Full term, everything was great. You know, she's doing great, awesome. Little baby. Nobody ever seen her. Aww. Because it was like my privacy. I went private after like Sierra. I was like, all right, look, y'all gonna see them in public, but like you need that. Like social, I'm not big on social media. You know, I pop in and pop out. But like she has never reached the internet.
But that's good.
But that's my rainbow after the storm. Like that was devastating. I was worried about little baby. I was like, look, I told him like I quit that job because I was walking. I was like, I cannot walk. I cannot do too much. Like I was being very careful of that pregnancy. So yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, because yours is different. I mean, I know mothers still certain, but usually you always hear it's like the people trying for the first time.
Yeah, like imagine
so
that.
like you question, I can imagine like you said, you was like 8 kids at the time.
8 kids
yeah,
later.
So like, wait a minute, like, I didn't went through this. What's going on?
Like, what's happening?
I
was like, my body is not
scary.
working.
Yeah,
she's not working
to hear
anymore.
That, like you said, because like my story, not your story with the miscarriage.
Right.
So like you had kids and
8, and then boom, and I was just that I really had the feeling like, okay, my body is done. She's not working no more. She broke.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is it. It was over. But no, I got my baby after. I just kept her a secret. I was like, yep, nobody, unless you see me, you will not know. But people didn't know why I was like being secretive if they wasn't like the 3.
Yeah, it's funny how you said, because I was like that with my baby now that when I had him. So I think with the whole first trimester, like, usually they say anyway too, like, because it's always iffy, but like I was so scared from that, and then I was like high risk at the time too, so that was already in the back of my head, like, oh my God, I don't want to
get everybody excited, again. And then you get excited.
But but even think about the miscarriage part too, because I ended up they when it's high risk, so like be extra careful with this pregnancy and cuddle him, and it was
that was me. I was like,
I didn't want to announce it to a lot of people. I didn't.
No, you keep it to
yourself.
yourself.
Way further. I'm like, okay, so I'm over this hump. Okay, like
okay, you gonna make it.
Time.
Okay,
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like okay, we in the safe, we in the clear.
Yeah, because that's how still things, of course, can still happen, but. As long as I had that reassurance that I was past the last time.
Exactly.
How
that's what
I'm like, okay, so I'm past the 12.
When I got past,
maybe this is.
That was me.
Yeah.
When I got past that time frame, I was like, okay, we getting somewhere. You know? And I swear I kept it a secret. Even people, like, I told, like, the 3 or 4. But I have other people that's closer to me that had no clue until I was pregnant with her. And we was, like 5 months. She's pregnant. She posted she pregnant. What? It's like, I don't know why I did that though. Like
people don't know the story.
I was going through it. Yeah. And then and on top of that, having that miscarriage and getting pregnant right after, like 2 months later, I was really going through it because I was like, wait, is this too early?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't give my body enough time to heal.
Yeah.
And then I started,
even emotionally, because like I said, even after you have a baby, they say how our emotions are.
All over the place.
You probably were,
Like, I'm sorry that like, I don't know who I might have been for the last 13 years. I'm just kidding. Because like I was always pregnant as it is. I feel like my body never really reset. Yeah. So it was after I had Zylee, after I had the 8th, and then I got pregnant again. But like now I'm content with the fact like my body is gonna be able to reset now and go try to make her way back to normal, however long that takes for me. You know, but them emotions and them hormones will have you all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So and wrapping up. So with what you kind of touched spiritually with seeking counsel and all that. So what tips do you have for a grieving mother right now that's with you going on your healing journey? Do you have any tips, or like what are you doing right now because yours is
I have another one that just happened. Because I was just thinking that baby would have been due in November from my own calculations, and like I kind of know how to calculate it. So I would have been due like the end of November. Wow. So we reaching that. I would say honestly, number 1 is to pray. You have to take it to God. That's what I did. Yeah. Initially, that's the first thing that I did. To ask for peace. Ask for acceptance, ask for his overall stillness, like to be able to deal with that. Like, go to God. In the world, the worldly resources is like counseling. Talk about it. Do not go silent about it. Do not get in the dark about it. Be okay with opening up about it and dealing with it, and definitely try again. Like, that's my advice. You go to God first. You seek him. You seek his counsel. You go talk to somebody. Get healthy. I mean, that might be it too. Yeah. Just go on like a healthy little journey. Like, get your body ready if that's something that you want to do. Yeah. But don't give up. Right. Definitely try again. Go for it. If I have 9, go for it. Because at first, like when when I left the hospital, I was like, I'm not doing this again. That's
Yeah.
when I left my doctor's appointment that day, I was like, oh no, I'm not doing this again. I'm not. I don't want it. I don't want it. He was like, we could try again. I was like, I don't want to try again. You know, I was like, I don't want to. And it happened anyway. So yeah, definitely seek God, seek counseling, talk to people, be okay, be open, get your body healthy. If it's something that you really want, just make sure you in a space for that and ready for it too. Because it's a lot. Our bodies go through with carrying babies and even birthing them and being a mom.
Yeah,
you lose yourself. So yeah, but don't give up. That's one of the main things.
I wish I had something like this at the time when I was going through that lonely. Yeah, and I was one that I didn't sit in. I was dysfunctional.
Keep going.
I was depressed, and I'm just going on the go, traveling and doing stuff.
You sure was
hanging out. Yeah,
you was still going.
Yeah, actually, I was still. I remember when I was at Geico.
Yeah, we was at work together.
I went right back to work probably after whatever the healing.
Yes, you did.
A few weeks, and then.
Yeah, I'm definitely that person. I get busy. I feel like okay, I need to do something.
That I still needed that deep connection, but I feel like in that period it did draw me closer to kind of seek out that spiritual.
Yeah, you got to go for God. Like whatever your belief is, you go to your person. You go to God. Like go to God, let Him help you through it. Let Him give you peace about it. Also for the mothers and the women, like just know that it's not your fault. You know, we blame ourselves. It's not your fault. It happened. It happens to everybody. It happens to anybody. It's not your fault. But you don't have to give up. You don't have to sit in that and be like, oh, I'm not going to do this again. Keep going. Because like I said, had it happened to me the first time, I don't think I would have got this far. I would have been fear. Fear is very strong. That spirit of fear, when they get on you, you got to get that off you. And that's why a lot of people not go for the things that they want. So if you really want to be a mother, do not give up. It's not your fault. Nothing you could do about it, but try again. You know, like it happened, and that's okay. It's okay. It happened to us. It's not like it's anything you did. Like that's my advice.
And it's so common too. It's so many people that
I didn't know.
I didn't know that until I got into this community of people that experience it.
You know what I realized, and that's one thing I want to say. When I went through that the first time, like I'm always been a humble person. What would you say about like being a mom and stuff? And when it comes to like getting pregnant and having great pregnancies and birthing these babies, 3 pushes, 2 pushes, they out. Yeah, I pride myself on being able to do that. But I also always been humble. But I did, and I think after that I understood when people always used to say to me, "It's such a blessing," like, and you're this and you're that, and God gave you a gift. You know, it's like I see why people say that. Because if you go through something like that, you know, I understood, like, it is happening more than not. Like, women, it's harder for women to have babies. It's harder for women to carry babies. That's hurtful when we feel like that's what we put here to do. You know, so, yeah, I understand. It made me even, like, I'm more humble. Definitely. I was always understanding, but even more understanding, and just going through that, and I could feel that pain. I know that pain. I know that experience. I know what that makes them go through. And that's why I say don't give up. Keep going and pray, and just know that it's not their fault.
I kind of want to thank you because, like I said, I feel like if I didn't find out about it, it kind of reopened wounds, like things I didn't face. Because remember when I said the first thing you said, like, dang, I wish you would have checked on me. It almost made me like, wow, I know what that's like.
Because I did. And I was like,
oh,
why
God
you didn't call?
You at that time, too, like. Because you wouldn't have been able to connect with her if you hadn't gone through your loss. But now it's making you go through what you're going through. So, so use
check
my testimony
on your people.
Too. Yes. So, y'all, when somebody heavy on your spirit, check on them, pray for them, call them immediately. You don't know what it would do for them.
Yes.
But I want to thank you. I'm glad you finally made it to the Dope Girl with Purpose platform. Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, I just want to wrap up. But I just wanted to just bring awareness to, like I said, like somebody out there. Hopefully we was able to encourage somebody out there and you got something out of this. For the mom that's experiencing the miscarriage, the stillbirth, to the mom fertility issue, that's a big thing. That a lot of people in our community deal with too. So I just want you to know that we rooting for you. Like you said, don't give up. You got this. Seek God. Seek counseling if you can. Any type of mentor or peer. Get into some type of community group, whatever you can do. So as
Talk
you
about
always, yes. You have anything you want to say to close out before we?
Yeah, I think I touched.
You say you did.
Yeah.
So I want to thank everybody.
Said.
Yes, and tune in to the Dope Girl with Purpose platform. Again, it's your girl J Renee, your host. You can follow me on all platforms. I'm on Spotify, Dope Girl with Purpose, and just know that you're dope, you're loved, and you're awesome, and you got this.
Yes.